Today is a windy day, and I don't know if you can tell, but it is also a rainy day. It's drizzling very lightly. It's still very humid. Good day, good day. Good day, mate. Good day, everybody. Sawadee Ton Chow. Sawadee Ton Chow. It's a busy morning. I didn't know it was this busy. I've only been to this area one time, and that was yesterday when I brought my drone in to be repaired. So we're gonna take a little walk around. I saw a coffee shop down the way. We're gonna go there. I have never been to this market. We'll just take a quick run through, see what it's all about. It is raining, drizzling. Hello, hello, Sawadee Cup, Sawadee Ton Chow. We are in the St. Louis area of Bangkok right now. Durian, durian. See the durian? I like durian. A lot of people don't like it, but I like it. But the crops are suffering this year because of the heat. I've not seen any foreigners in this area yesterday or today. Got some duck. I'm gonna cut over to the left in a minute. This is about as traditional as you're gonna get. Alrighty, so let's see here. Good morning, Mr. Bruce. I gotta try to get by here. All right. All right, so this is the end of the market. I wonder if I can get out over here. Yeah, we can get out over here. Whew. We got over here. I walk down the street. We're gonna go to the little coffee shop down there, get myself a coffee, because honestly, I don't know if the guy is I don't know if the guy is awake yet. Nice little area, you know, this is pretty old, this area, but very nice. I don't know, you know, if you lived here, I wonder how noisy it would be. I always wonder these kind of things. Barber. 100 baht now, which is kind of a norm for many places. So the drone place is, where is it? I think it's back over here. Back a couple blocks. Anyway. Here's a coffee shop right here. I'm not going to go in here. And it's not open anyway. Really busy. I'm surprised how busy it is. And it's raining. That's what's pretty crazy. It's raining and yet it's so busy. Lots of durian. Look at that. 210, 190. More durian. Durian everywhere. Laundromat. Pork. Whoa. Oh, wow. If I can remember where the coffee shop is. Hopefully they have a bathroom in there. Here's a coffee shop. I don't know if it's open. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one here, I think. I don't know, maybe not. It's closed anyway. Ken's Curry. So as I said, we're in the St. Louis area. If you get off on the BTS, I could go in here and get a coffee, but I want to go see the little shop that I saw as I was driving by. If you get off on the BTS, it's probably, it's a 5-minute drive. It's probably about a 20-minute walk. All right, I see the coffee shop up ahead. Parking. Lots of wind today. Lots of wind and a little bit of rain. 73% humidity, and last I looked, about 15 minutes ago, the feel-like temperature is 100 degrees. This is it. I'm pretty sure this is it. Yeah, this is it. It's open. Hopefully they have a bathroom. Sawasdee krab. ขอเอสเปรสโซ่ครับฮะไม่มีเอสเปรสโซ่อ๋ออันนี้เป็นเวียดนามอ่ะ Oh, you got egg coffee. Let me have an egg coffee. ก็มีห้องน้ำไหมห้องน้ำอ่ะรู้แล้ว egg coffee ก็กาแฟร้อนแต่มีห้องน้ำไหมห้องน้ำไปฉี่เป็นคนไทยแล้วเวียดนามคุณไม่ได้พูดภาษาไทยอ่ะ ห้องน้ำห้องน้ำมีไหมที่ไหนขอบคุณ Thank you. Oh. Where is it here? Oh, it's over here. You guys gotta wait a second. All right? Hang on 1 second. While I take a leak. Desperately. better. All better, all better. Oh yeah, let's see here. Well, that's interesting. Gonna get an egg coffee today.เป็นคนเวียดนามอ่ะอ๋อพูดภาษาไทยก่อนนิดหน่อยพูดเหมือนกันนะพูดภาษาอังกฤษได้ไหม โอเคขอบคุณI gotta pay him. กาแฟไข่ Well, that's odd because you never see egg coffees in Thailand, so it's good they have them. It's different. Thank you. Whew. All right, man. Let's sit this way. So humid out. Let's see here. Anybody say anything? What is this? That's awesome. You are on an incredible vibe. I'm coming to the Philippines 3 weeks. Bangkok feel like 101. Well, yeah, it must be more hot now. Humidity 72. It was 73 a few minutes ago. Yeah. So it's obviously hot and it's raining. The rain is very light, but there's a wind. So even though it's hot, it's a little bit cool today, which is good. I wanted to talk about a couple things today before I go to the drone shop, because I am going to go to the drone shop shortly, which is a little bit of a walk. It's not that far, but it might take me 15 minutes to get there. So, like I said, this area, from what I know, they got it all painted up, Ho Chi Minh. I didn't even see this. Look at this. Why don't I know this? Hang on. If you look here, you'll see here, Ho Chi Minh, Benton Market, Hanoi, Dalat, organic from Vietnam. So this is just called a coffee shop, I guess. Anyway, first Vietnamese coffee shop I've seen that I can remember. So that's good. And actually, there's not a huge number of Vietnamese in here compared to like Burmese, which there are a lot of Burmese. All right, so today we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna go to the drone shop. The guy already flew it and tested it and everything, but I'm gonna see if I can get him to fly it because I can't fly it when I'm streaming, so maybe he can fly it for a little test ride, little 5-10 minute flight, and I can show you guys. There's always a lot of humidity here. I mean, really, but okay, there's going to be a little more, but it's always hot. Always. It's never cold, unless maybe you go up to the north and then it gets cool. It's not even, I wouldn't even call it cold. Of all the time I've been in Thailand, the most I've ever needed is a sweater, and I probably could have got away with just wearing a pair of shorts and a long sleeve shirt or something like that. It would have been fine. And that's like 50 degrees, 55 degrees, something like that. That's up north. So anyway, we're gonna go to the drone shop, like I said, but also we're gonna talk about a few things. we're going to talk about the most overcrowded tourist destinations of 2023. And then we're also going to talk about just the top tourist destinations. Phuket is the most overcrowded tourist destination in Thailand. And I'm going to read a few things here, but let me see here. Koh Samui, Phuket, and Pattaya are all on the verge of over-tourism. In Phuket, the traffic and also the water shortage. Koh Phi Phi and Phuket have water shortages. Now, if you remember, thank you. Now, if you remember, I said just before Songkran, I said, I guarantee you there will be some places that will have water shortages after Songkran. And sure enough, they come out, we're short of water. You know, I don't understand why they should do something to minimize the water splashing or something like that. I don't understand any of this, but you know, that's the way it goes. The other thing is that, you know, the government wants tourists. They're like, we've got 10 million tourists, or what was it, 8 million tourists for the first 4 months, first 3 months, which is 32 million for the year. They want tourists, but they don't want too many tourists. You know, it's like, pick your poison. Choose what you want, and if you want a lot of tourists and you need the tourists for the revenue, then set your economy up even more than it's set up now. I mean, it's set up fairly well, but Phuket, Pattaya, a lot of these places, Koh Samui, even some of the other places, they're overrun with tourists, and this is the thing that I've been talking about this for a long time. And that is that I can't go anywhere now without there being a huge number of tourists. I have to really search, really look, really dig deep to be able to find places that don't have a huge number of tourists. Now, the village where I live, there's not, I mean, there may be 2 foreigners in the village besides myself, and I almost never see them. Other than that, the village is peaceful, you know, aside from rush hour sometimes and maybe on a Friday afternoon. It's very peaceful. I don't have any problems. There's no tourists, there's no people running around. You go to the Mall Bankapi now there's a lot more Burmese, and there are some foreigners now more than there used to be. And you know, it just, I mean, for me, you want the people to get what they want. You want them to have tourists, but you just don't want too many, so it's a fine line. And you know, they're shooting for 50 million, that's their goal. The highest they've ever had is 40 million. They're already overrun. It's only like, they're headed for 30 million, 30 something million, 32 million. So that's something to consider. The airlines in Phuket, they're all full, and they don't have enough slots to put new airlines and new flights into play. So you have all these places, and you have all these people. You can't get more people in. You want to get in, you're going to have to take a boat or a train, then take a bus. You're going to have to take a bus. I don't want to go to Phuket. I haven't wanted to go to Phuket in a long time. Thank you. There we go, right there, baby. Egg coffee. Look at that. That's good. That's really good. They know what they're doing. That's fantastic, really.
It's as it should be. Now, I don't think that Carnivore Chronicles is here in Thailand yet, but I want to give a shout out to him. He may still be on a flight. I think he's getting here tonight. I'm not sure, but shout out to him. As the world travel returns to its pre-pandemic vibrancy, it's no surprise that some of the world's most famous destinations are once again grappling with the challenges of over-tourism. Now, Bruce, I have to say this. You know, I saw Jim's picture of 4 seats with 4 bags in them. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to leave one person with them? Yeah, you can do that. But sometimes people go and they leave their bags to take their spots. I don't always like it. I understand. However, if it was you, you'd probably do the same thing. So to me, that's not rude. And honestly, how many rude Chinese have you run into here? How many situations have you got into because of the rude Chinese? 1, 2 maybe? I can't even remember the last time. In fact, the place that I got into a situation with rude Chinese a long time ago was in Chiang Mai, in a museum. They kept walking in front of my camera. And then also in Bali. I was photographing off the edge of a cliff and they got right in between me and the cliff. I was like, what are these people doing? Those were the only times. Other than that, listen, I know that they're not always polite, we'll say. But when it comes to me personally or to other people, many times they're just doing what they do, you know? They're just doing what they're used to. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't worry about it. And that's why I don't go to a lot of tourist destinations. And when I have gone, you guys have seen, especially from streaming, I went to the boat. It's like Patana or Wanapat or something. I forget the name of it. But it's right over by Sathon Pier. And you go in there and it's nothing but Koreans and Japanese and Vietnamese and Chinese mainly. And the boat is not even like it used to be. They just made it concrete and they said, okay, here you go. There's not much to see. And then when you go outside, they're like, okay, here's coconuts, 80 baht. 80 baht? Coconuts are like 30, 35 baht. So they're bumping up, they're doubling the price of food and of drinks. And then they're acting like it's normal. So when I went there, I went, I'm not buying any, I'm getting out of here. This is ridiculous. And then I went to another place. What was it? What was the name of that place? I can't even remember. It happens all the time. If I go to a tourist destination, I want to leave. Because once I get there, there's hundreds of people, and I'm like, ugh, they're doing my head in. Not only that, the prices are usually a lot higher. Okay, according to a recent study conducted by moneytransfers.com, the picturesque Thai island of Phuket has earned the somewhat dubious title of the world's most overcrowded tourist destination of 2023. While Phuket's allure as a beach paradise and party hub is undeniable, its immense popularity has led to an overcrowding crisis, with its tropical gem hosting a staggering number of visitors. We know that. The beaches of Kata and Karen stand out as some of the most breathtaking in the world. These golden shores beckon sun worshippers and lure scuba diving enthusiasts into their azure depths. Moreover, vibrant local markets and a plethora of delectable seafood restaurants, but the seafood is pricey in Phuket. I can tell you that. I've been to places where the seafood is reasonable. Go to Phuket, go to Hua Hin, and all the seafood is pricey. You're going to pay top dollar for it. You're going to pay a fair amount no matter where you are. But if you go to those places, you're gonna pay more. You just are. They for whatever reason, it's like you're not gonna get anything for less than 500 baht. God, that's good. All right, let me see something. Now, I wanted to say something. The study reveals that for every local resident in Phuket, the island is host to a staggering 118 tourists. This overcrowding has spurred the Thai government to implement measures aimed at curbing tourist numbers. I don't know what they can do. All right, it says right here. They're trying to. They've been talking about this tourist tax for quite some time. 300 baht. In Bhutan, it's $100 a day. Thailand, they're talking about 300 baht. Honestly, I don't know how they can limit the number of people coming in, aside from saying you must pay this amount every day. Or they just say, we have a cap on the number of visas, and I can't see them doing that. See, that's the thing. They're greedy. I hate to put it that way. They want the money. They want the revenue. So they're not going to turn away the money. But they are talking about this tourist tax. They've been talking about it for, I don't know how long, 2 years? Is there anybody out there? Is everybody just listening to me talk or what? Now, the most popular destinations in the country, and this may surprise you a little bit. Number one, well, I'm going to start from number 5. Number 5 is Prachuap Khiri Khan. And that kind of surprises me because I thought Hua Hin and Cha Am were more popular than Prachuap, and I like Prachuap. But I know it's right at the line as to the number of tourists. I didn't know if it was more than Hua Hin or whatever, but I knew that the number of tourists was rising because it's a province and there's a lot to do there. But I always thought of it as the place that a lot of people just pass up, but I guess not. So number 5 is Prachuap. Number 4 is Phuket. Number 3 is Kanchanaburi, which Kanchanaburi is, they have the resources there because they have the Death Railway and they have the bridge. But eventually that's going to wear out. They're going to need something else. And that's why I think they built that thing on the river. It's a what is it, Sky View or whatever they call it. I think that's why they built it, so they have something additional, but that's really not enough. I'd say in another 10 or 20 years, it's not going to have the same pop that it has now or that it had in the past. I've been there probably 10, 15 times, and I don't really feel the need to go back. Same with Songkhlaburi. I don't know if any of you have been to Songkhlaburi. Songkhlaburi is fantastic, but if you go there 2-3 times, then you're kind of like, okay, so now what are we going to do? It's not the kind of place that you can go and you can see all kinds of things. You go there and 1 or 2 times you've seen pretty much everything. Number 2 is Chonburi, and that is Pattaya. And number 1 is Bangkok. Look at that. So good. The first sip I had of this, it's fantastic. So this place is, I like this place. The location is not fantastic, but the taste, the service, the vibe is okay. It's not a bad little vibe here. I like the paintings on the wall, and they have photographs from Vietnam. They have Ben Thanh Market right up there. It's pretty nice. Okay, so let me go on here. We already talked about the water shortage. All right, so Phuket is overwhelmed by tourists. There's just an excessive number of tourists, and they can't keep up with it. And I don't know, what are they going to do? They're going to close off Phuket to people? They're not going to do that. So they have to figure something out, and they have to figure it out pretty quick. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to tourism. Thailand gets quite a bit of its money from tourism from the GDP, but you can't just keep overcrowding these places and expect everything to stay the same. It's not going to happen. Habit degradation, that happens. That happened in, Maya Bay. It's going to happen in Phuket. It's probably already happening. Construction of hotels, resorts, and infrastructure to accommodate a large number of tourists often result in the destruction of natural habitats, threatening local wildlife and ecosystems. And I think it's Spain. They have ordered certain places to stop building. They're not allowed to build anymore because they don't want over-tourism. Resource depletion. A surge in tourists can put immense pressure on local resources such as water and energy. Over-extraction of these resources can lead to scarcity, impacting the environment and the livelihoods of local communities. As I said, a couple of these places are short of water. Phuket is short of water. Why is Phuket short of water? You just have the Songkran Festival. You're wasting millions of gallons of water. And then a month later, you're going, I have no water. Don't cry to me. This is the thing. You're going to continue to do that, then you're going to continue to have a water shortage, and then you have more tourists because now you need more water, and you don't have it available. Listen, Songkran, I mean, it can be a lot of fun, but I think they need to put some, I hate to say the government needs to regulate it, but they do, because what happens is they always run out of water. Why have the Songkran Festival and then, what is this? This is May 7th? 3 weeks later, you're going, oh, we're out of water, we're running low on water. And if you don't have the Songkran Festival the same way it's practiced, or it's been practiced, then you don't run out of water. I'm just saying, maybe they need to stop, like they need to tell people, okay, no more garbage cans full of water. You can't just throw garbage cans in buckets and buckets of water. You got to use little water pistols or something. I don't know what it could be, but they need to do something. All right, waste management. I didn't even think of this. Waste management is a big thing. Managing the waste generated by tourists can be a significant challenge. Popular destinations often struggle to handle the massive amounts of trash left behind visitors, leading to pollution of natural spaces. Well, here's the thing, and I was just going to say something about Phnom Penh. In Phnom Penh, you can go down to the river, Tonle Sap, I think it's Tonle Sap, and you see the water coming out, and it's wastewater. The water is filthy, and the same goes in Thailand. The water is filthy. You don't want to be playing with water if it's absolutely filthy and it has human waste in it. You don't want to do that. That's not very bright. I mean, throwing around shitty water. That's not very bright. Oh man, that is a good coffee. All right, let me look a little bit farther in here. How to tackle over tourism. Responsible travel practices. Okay, what are those? Support for sustainable tourism initiatives. Okay, like what? They need to be specific. And an appreciation for the beauty of these places can help ensure they remain vibrant and accessible for generations to come. See, that's pretty vague. Appreciation for the beauty of these places. Listen, I appreciate places. They're beautiful. I know a lot of tourists appreciate the beauty in places. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, we want to make it beautiful. You know, I would say, like, one thing, and the Thais need to be responsible for this, is don't litter. That's huge. That's huge. If you look in the canals in Bangkok, they're filthy. You have all kinds of garbage and waste in the canals, and it's because Thais are throwing whatever they eat or drink, they're throwing the containers into the river, into the canal. So it's going to take some, you know, it's going to take a little change, Smokey Bear kind of thing, you know. Encourage responsible travel by promoting sustainable tourism practices, okay? This includes educating tourists about respecting local cultures and ecosystems, minimizing waste, and supporting eco-friendly accommodation and transportation. Now, it's not only educating tourists, it's about educating Thai people. I know some Thai people, they go somewhere, they pick up after themselves, they're very clean, they don't allow things to get carried away. They don't throw all their garbage into the canal. They don't throw everything on the ground. They pick it up. Well, I guess it depends on what you consider clean. To me, clean is you don't see any garbage on the road. You shouldn't. And the problem is that they don't put up a lot of garbage cans out, public garbage cans, because they think people are going to bomb. People will drop bombs in the garbage cans, and then people will be walking by and they'll get bombed. That's what they think. That's why there's no more garbage cans in a lot of shopping malls. They don't put garbage cans outside of the shopping malls because they're worried that people will get carried away and start bombing things, bombing people. So they need to educate the Thai people, not only, and you know, I'm sure that they do educate the Thai people. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm in my village. I know on Tuesday and Fridays the garbage company comes, and then there's another day they have some people that come by, but I don't keep track of it. The whole thing is, our village is, I would say, it's pretty darn clean. Now I'm looking around here, and it's pretty clean, but like there's a little plastic cup over there and little bits of garbage over here. But so far it looks pretty clean. So we'll take a look as I walk by and walk down to the drone place, and we'll see what it looks like. This is just your average, everyday Thai neighborhood. That's what this is. I have not seen one foreigner here. Implement visitor caps. Now this is something, I believe this is something that could make a difference. Set limits on the number of tourists visiting certain destinations at any time. Visitor caps help prevent overcrowding and minimize environmental impacts, just like they did with Maya Bay. I don't know if they're still doing it. I think they are. You know, like 100 people a day. They need to do that with certain cities. They need to try to put a handle on that. I don't know if they can, but they need to try. You know, and see what happens. Andy, how you doing, Andy? Where are you now? I'm drinking a Vietnamese egg coffee, which is very, very good. So I think the visitor caps is a good idea. And as you know, listen, I know Bhutan is very different from other places. They're charging money for every day that you're in the country, and it's pretty much all inclusive. I don't know how they could do that here, but they need to figure out something, whether it's caps or a certain amount that you have to spend every day. I don't know. I'm not the answer man. I'm just looking at the problems. Community engagements. Involve local communities in tourism planning and decision making. home, egg coffee. I'll take care of it. Well, once I'm in Vietnam, I have an egg coffee. Then I don't want to have egg coffee all the time. It's a nice little treat, and it's definitely a nice treat here. But I won't have another one probably for God knows how long. When residents have a say in how tourism is managed, it can lead to more sustainable practices that benefit both the environment and the local economy. Well, that is true, and I'll give you an example of that. Good morning, Mr. Vixen. Sawadee ka, Sawadee Kamcha. The other day I went to Krung Ang Canal. That canal used to be full of garbage. It used to be a mess. It used to be filthy. They cleaned it out because of the community. They cleaned it out and they made it into something that's a lot better. They have merchants selling food on the sidewalk. They have restaurants. They have food and drinks, drinks and little food stalls and things like that. They're selling all kinds of goods, and this is all like on one little stretch. And the reason that they did that is because of the people. If you look at the Sansap Canal down by Bankapi, where I end up getting off, from there to, I don't even know where, but probably to about Nana, maybe a little bit past there. If you look on the side of the canal, there's graffiti, nice graffiti. There's paintings, there's all kinds of nice stuff. What they did was they planted flowers. And the canal, even though the canal water is filthy, and they need to do something about it, it's a pretty cool little place. And if you're walking, you don't really smell the canal. And what you see is, you see the flowers, you see the little coffee shops, you see the paintings on the wall, and it's not a bad way to go. My wife and one or both of the kids used to go for walks. They used to go to FBT and work out, and then they would come home. They just walk. They'd go to the canal and just walk all the way home because it was a nice little walk. So you need to get the community involved. That's the whole thing. Yes, indeed it is. Okay, ecotourism. Every time I hear ecotourism, it kind of scares me. And the reason it scares me is because it's something like, hey, let's go green. Really, what it is you need to use your brain. If you go out and you get 5 boxes of Chinese food, when you're done, you don't just throw them on the street. You put them in a garbage. Now, hopefully they have a system set up to where the garbage is not just taken out to the ocean and dumped in the ocean, which some countries do that. They put it out on a barge and they let it sit and then they dump it. Encourage ecotourism, which focuses on responsible travel to natural areas that conserve the environment and improves the well-being of local communities. These experiences often prioritize conservation efforts and sustainable practices. That's all good. That sounds good. Thing is, Thailand has a lot of national parks, and they're pretty good about the national parks being kept in good stead. They also have many parks, and the parks are all very nice. Personally, I think Thailand and Bangkok, as far as the amount of garbage, the way that it looks, I think it's done nothing but improve in the last 10 years. I don't know if it's going to keep improving. I can still go to areas and look around and go, this place is filthy. You want high dollar people to come here? You better have a high dollar area for them to go to. And while there are some areas that the more affluent call home, that doesn't mean they're clean. Some of the areas are not all that clean. If you go to Thung or Ekamai, there are some areas, they're not very clean. Now, you got people, they're spending $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month to live in an apartment. Personally, I don't want to live in an area that has garbage. When I walk outside, what I see is garbage. I can tell you this, in my village, it's very clean. Once I get to the end of the street and go across the street, it used to be just nothing but garbage. Now they've bulldozed a lot of the garbage. They built a washer, a laundromat. They built a place to eat and get food. That place is clean. That used to be the bus area where they put all the buses. I don't know what happened to those. Maybe they moved them farther down. They have a different setup. But then right in front of the street, it used to be a lot of garbage. And I used to think, God, this is horrible, man. I mean, it's like you just come out here and you just see all this garbage. Now they have a 7-Eleven that they built. And next to the 7-Eleven, they have a couple of places where you can get a bus. But they've moved some of the garbage. They still need to clean up some of the garbage, but they've moved a lot. So it's getting cleaner. And to me, it's like, okay, why don't you spend a month and get whoever you get. You get a handful of people. And in a month, you should be able to clean up dramatically. But they don't do it. I don't know why. Maybe they don't have the people, maybe they don't have the funds, whatever, I don't know. But that's what they need to do. And as far as them doing that for the benefit of tourism, I think they need to concentrate on just having a beautiful country, not so much worrying about tourism as aside from having enough places for the tourists to live. And if they don't want to continue to build because there's too many tourists, then you limit the number of tourists that can come, and you understand, I'm only going to get this amount of money. You can only raise the prices this much. You can only raise the prices so much, and then people go, I don't want to go there anymore. It's too expensive. And say what you will about Thailand, it still is reasonably priced. You can get a lot of things for a little bit less or the same amount as in the West, and sometimes you're going to pay more. It really depends on what you want. You can go out and get yourself a 59 baht pair of flip-flops. That's $1.50. It's about $1.50. You can go out and get a $1.50 pair of flip-flops. You really want those? I mean, okay, maybe you're gonna wear them around the house. Okay, I understand. But you know, if those are your main shoes, it's probably not the best thing. You wanna go out and get a 99 baht shirt? I know guys that's all they used to do. They'd go out and get Singha, Red Bull, they get all these t-shirts. And they were all 99 baht. They were dirt cheap. You know, $2, $3. After a while, you know, you gotta, it all comes down to money. And you want people with money to come to your country, then you better carry your country like your country cares about money, not only to be greedy. It cares about showing people a good time and getting a good value for their money. Showing them that they can go to a place and it's extremely clean and extremely beautiful. They don't have to worry about stepping on nails, garbage, junk, because they're in an area that has been kept pristine. And they don't really do that here or most other places for that matter. It just gets away from people. But I think they're doing a pretty good job here, but they can do better. That's what I think. They're doing better. They are doing better. They're getting forward. They're progressing. Things are looking better. Many areas do look clean. Not all of them. You go to the parks are all clean. So I think maybe in time, maybe another 10 or 20 years, maybe 10 years, there'll be you'll see a drastic change in Thailand. I don't know. We'll see. I've been saying this for as long as I've been living here. Thailand is always changing, always. And 20 years ago, I said Thailand isn't going to be the same in 10 years, and it wasn't. And now it's not the same as it was 10 years ago. When I came here, there was no SkyTrain, there was no BTS. The buses were not very good. A lot of buses with no aircon. And now look at it. To me, it's fantastic what they've done. So I like that. I don't always like everything they do, but I like what's going on here. And with that, I open the floor for questions. Let's see if there's anything else. Bali has imposed various bans on tourist activities to regain control over its visitor numbers. In Europe, iconic cities like Venice, Athens, and Amsterdam have rolled out measures to preserve their heritage in the face of ever-increasing crowds. Venice, for instance, has introduced tourist taxes. Well, I don't know what kind of taxes they have, but while Athens' historic Acropolis now imposes daily visitor limits. I think that's a good idea. In Austria, local residents have even taken to the streets in protest against the overwhelming influx of tourists. So, that's what's going on with that. Overcrowding, over-tourism. And I've been complaining about, it's hard for me to find places to go. Now, looks like it's kind of, well, the rain is still raining. It's drizzling. Hey, do me a favor. Smash the like button. Do me that favor, will you? My coffee is gone. Nice egg coffee. Yeah, when I went to Bali, there was traffic, but I did like it. But that was maybe 5 years ago. I can't imagine what it's like now. And I don't really want to see that. Now, I've been talking about Khwaeng down in the south, and I looked at it yesterday a little bit, and I've looked at it for the last month. The only thing I don't like is that, listen, you're gonna have to take some things as they are. It's about 2 hours away from the airport, but you take a minivan, you take a taxi. But once you get there, it's supposedly, I've heard 4 or 5 people say it's pretty nice. So I may go there fairly soon. I need to get things squared away with the drone. I got another drone that just needs a little bit of work. It's maybe 2,000 baht. I get the drone fixed. But then, I got 2 drones. It's like, how many do I need? Bali traffic is crazy. They have to reduce cars using small streets soon, I think. Yeah, I really liked Bali a lot. It was one of my favorite places. But, I spent a lot of time at the beach. I had some really good seafood. I just had a great experience there. And that's probably a good reason not to go back. I had a great experience there, but I don't know it's going to live up to the first time. And this is the thing. There were some places I went there that were extremely touristy. You go there and they're full of tourists. And I didn't like that. What was the name of that? The Turtur Empire or whatever it's called. I forget the name of it. It's a place where it's like a bath. You go in and there's all these people getting wet and throwing water over their heads and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. I know maybe I'm asking a lot, But I personally don't want to go places where there's lots of tourists. And where tourists go to places that are cool, that are good. But once too many tourists get there, then it breaks down and it's not as good as it used to be. And that's what I mean. You know, I've been to a lot of places, and I've been to some of these places 5, 10, 20 times. I don't have the same joy in traveling that I used to. But that's not to say that I can't find some places. I have not explored Africa, which I want to, for whatever crazy reason. And I can still go to Europe and explore some of Europe, even though I've been to a few places in Europe, a fair number of places in Europe. But this is the thing, when you're gonna go, oh, I'm gonna go to Acropolis. You don't think there's any tourists there? Of course there are. So, you know, you're gonna have to deal with it. Anyway, I wanna get out of here. I got this here, I don't know why. Let's put it right here. I wanna get out of here and go over and see if I can find this drone place. I mean, I went there and dropped off the drone yesterday, but I wasn't online, and I do have the address, and I do kind of know where it is. I just have to remember where his house is. But man, let me tell you, I took the drone in, he looked at it, he said, you're gonna need a new body because the body was cracked. The underside was cracked. One of the legs was cracked. The inside was missing the main board. And then the gimbal and the camera were like hanging from one hinge. So that needed to be repaired, and one of the pieces was cracked. And I don't know, you know, he's got a lot of drones in his place. But I mean, I took it in at about 12 o'clock. And by 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, he sent me photos of him flying it. So he had all the body is fixed. It's like it's brand new. So I'm anxious to see what it looks like. Tea. Really nice here. I like this place. Very nice. And I like the paintings on the wall. Very nice. So, let's see if I can get out of this joint. All right. Hey there, Paulie. Oh, God. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. They're just chilling. Who knows how many people go in there? What is this over here? Fly me to the bowl. Classic Yentiao noodle in town. It's supposed to be town. In Thon? I think it's in town, but you can see the noodle shop with the bright orange over there. Pretty cool. All right, so I should just go straight here and run right into this place, at least to the street, and then from the street I can go in, and hopefully I can find a place. There's another coffee shop. Good coffee, happy life. It looks like now things have, things have simmered down here. A lot less people.
At least down here. Look at this. Kaya Chinese herbal shop, Chinese pharmacy. Curry. Cafe. Look at this, see? And there's a foreigner in there. Cappuccino, coffee, beans, cafe latte. The air conditioner is not cold. That's what it says. It says closed, so maybe he's the owner. He is the only foreigner that I've seen in the neighborhood. They want me to put the camera on the guy, the homeless guy sitting over there. I'm like, for what? You know, he's just sitting there. He's not bothering anybody. I'm sure they don't get a lot of people like me walking around with a gimbal. Slip and fall and break your neck here. All right, this is 16? Yeah, 16. I gotta go to 10, so it's like 3 blocks down. I am around the St. Louis area. Which BTS goes to St. Louis. And I've had to take a motorcycle because this area is a little far from the SkyTrain. Yeah, well, it's, you see, Paul, it doesn't go down by 1, it goes down by 2. So it's 16, 14, 12, then 10. So my math is excellent. Let's see if I can show you. Boom. Right there. Yaek Sip Song. Number 12. Well, sometimes it's one street at a time, but not in this case. Oh, they got some nice canomes over here. 10. So I gotta come back here. Got some nice canomes, but it is raining. I don't think the guy's gonna want to fly in the rain. Let's go down here for a second. And across the street is Texas Chicken. For what that's worth. Man, slippery, wet. Yeah, see? Texas chicken. Right there. Pizza Hut. Pizza Company. What is it? Pizza Company, yeah. Coffee shop. I don't know what this is called. No. I just went to a coffee shop. She's calling me in. You gotta go to the coffee shop. Fruit. These guys never realize. He calls me my friend. I'm like, wait a minute, I only have a handful of friends. They never get that. I have like 10 friends. He's adding himself to the list. All right, so now we're gonna go down Soi 10. Hong Salon right there. Beautiful. I think you get an idea of the area here. It's not bad. And here I am in all my bald splendor. Oh, there's another foreigner. So now that's 2 other foreigners I've seen besides me. I know there's foreigners here. There's probably foreigners here living here. They live with their wives or they're by themselves. I don't know how many are by themselves, but I would imagine that some foreigners live out here. It's not too bad being near the, I mean, you jump on a motorbike and in 5 minutes you're at the BTS. However, for me to get to here, 4 trains. Yellow Line, MRT, Sukhumvit Line, Silom Line. Is that it? Yeah, Silom Line. I mean, the Silom Line is only like, what is it? 2, is it 2? I don't even know. It's like 3 or 4 stops. That's it. But it took me, let me put it this way. I got streaming right at 9 o'clock. I just made it at 9 o'clock. And I left at about 7:20, so it took me an hour and 40 minutes. Normally, it'd take me an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes for something like this, but for whatever reason, maybe the rain. And the trains, they run like every 2 minutes. With the exception of the MRT. All the Sky trains run about every 2 minutes. So anyway, let's go back and we're gonna go find this drone guy if I can. Yeah, lots of rain, and I got an umbrella. Look at this nice fruit. Some nice bananas. Everybody's getting wet, including me. All right, so I don't know if you have you? Sapan Taksin, that's a little ways away. I mean, maybe you have, I don't know, but oh man, I have to walk down there, and I want the guy to fly this drone, but in the rain, it's not possible. Now look at it. One more thing. Today is the last day for the 20% off on all my merch. So I got merch. You get 20% off until the end of the day. So, you know, save yourself 20% on everything. Everything is down in the description. The link is down in the description. All the information is down in the description. You can become a member of the channel. You can do all kinds of things. You can just keep watching. Look at all this durian here. I don't think I'm going to get around the rain, so I'm just going to go down there. But look at this. Plenty durian. Durian. I don't know how much all this is worth, but a considerable amount. Anyway, let's go down there. Let's see if I can find this place in the rain. Oh, man. I got a little bit of a walk. Sweaty cup. You know, I should just bring out my umbrella. That's what I gotta do. There we go. Because it's raining pretty steady right now. Man, this thing is all screwed up. There we go. Oh, well, as soon as I popped it up, it popped down. There we go. Again, it pops down. Another little coffee shop here. Got to remember how to get here and to find this guy's house. Well, it's okay now. Haven't used it in a long time. But it seems to be okay now. I think you take a right up here. But I was coming down here yesterday in like a Fortuner. I couldn't believe it. We were having a hard time finding the place. Whew, man, lots of wind. It's nasty out today. Just not raining that much. We got to take a right up here at the end. Not a very nice day today. Not sunny and pleasant, but it's not scorching hot either. Unfortunately, this guy's not going to be able to fly it, which sucks. I really wanted him to fly it so that we could see it and that, you know, all right, so let's see if I can remember here. 1, 2, 3. That's down here. And the guy used to be in Chinatown. And you know, the other day I went down there to Ong Ang Canal. And looking around here for where he is. I'm trying to remember here. Here it is, right here. Well, I don't know if I can. Maybe I can ring his doorbell. Maybe his doorbell doesn't work. He's here. I don't know where he is though. Let's try buzzing him again. You can see though, it's rain. It's coming down now. I gotta try to buzz this guy again. Moka Jai service. Well, that doesn't bode too well for me. This guy's backing up. I gotta get out of the way. Maybe he's not awake yet. I don't know. Well, what am I supposed to do? I've already buzzed him twice. I can send him a message real quick through line, which is probably what I'm gonna do. So just hang on a second, and I'm gonna send him a message that says I'm in front of his door. All right, so hang on. If I can find it. We're back. Hopefully he will get the message and come to the door. I don't know. Anyway, these are things that I go through. Hello, hello. These are the things I go to get my drone fixed. Now, how much does this cost? How much does it cost for me to get my drone fixed? You want to take a guess? I crashed it into the Lotus sign near my house. Oh, I wish. That's what it would cost to get my controller fixed on my Phantom 4, to get the thing to work again. But it is huge. The thing that I have, basically I lost the back battery panel. That popped off. I don't know where it went. The main board came out. I don't know where that went. and then the top and bottom panel, basically the entire body was crashed. Now, I looked around for the body online because I was going to do it myself, and that was between 5,000 and 6,000 baht just for the body. The inside, the gimbal and the it's a Mavic Mini 2. The gimbal is not attached, and there was a little piece that was cracked on the gimbal, but the camera was fine. And then inside the main board wasn't connected, and there was another piece that wasn't connected. So if you think about that, if you think 5,000 to 6,000 baht for the body, even if he has the body, it's only fair that he gets the cost of the body or a little bit less. So it's 8,000 baht. My wife's like, you could get a drone for that. I'm like, listen, you get a drone and it's yeah, the minimum you're going to pay for a secondhand drone is 10,000 baht for like a Mavic 2, and it might be even it might be even more than that. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Yeah, there we go. All right. So for the body itself, I mean, I'm getting basically the entire body redone with the exception of the legs. That's 5,000-6,000 baht. Then for his time and him putting everything in it, and he there was a battery, there's a problem with the battery, he fixed that. It looks brand new now, 8,000 baht. I wish it was 4,000, but it's not. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Seems like it's okay, but I tell you what, he doesn't seem to be answering. I don't know if he's sleeping or what he's doing. I have no idea. The lights are still on in the front, if you see. The light right there. So I may have to call him. I don't know. And that's fine. I don't mind. I figured I'd come down here, take me an hour of talking to him and looking at the thing and, checking it over. Then I'll take it back home, and then, God damn it, I don't know what's going on. And then sometime in the next couple of weeks, I'll get I'll bring the other one down here and get that one fixed. Then I got to get the insurance on it. I crashed it. I crashed the drone. I crashed it into the side of a Lotus sign. Right on Lot Prow, baby. Crashed it right in, fucking A, man. Crashed it right into the side. I don't know what is going on with this thing. Maybe it's getting low on juice or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to hang around. I'm not really doing anything here. I think the next time we're going to talk about getting your girl to it has avoidance sensors, but it's not as many as the Phantom 4. I don't remember if it's. I don't remember. There's some sensors that pick up things, and then there are some places where there are no sensors, like in the Phantom 4. So, yeah, you have that, but that's not what the problem was. The problem was that my phone is part of the controller. And I was looking at the phone, and for some reason, the phone started going dark. I was on the other phone. And so I was trying to get it to where I could brighten the phone up again. But I couldn't. And so it was black. I couldn't see where the drone was. So I just pressed come to home. The problem was it was over the Lotus building. So it kept saying, we'll land on the roof. We're sorry, but we'll land on the roof. Pick another destination or something like that. I don't remember exactly. So I couldn't, damn it, so I couldn't do anything. And, the next thing I know, I'm like going, well, where is it? Where is it? And then I'm like trying to find it. Then I see it, and I'm like, oh, it's right there. Let me bring it down. And all of a sudden, boom. hit the sign, crashed down, and I'm like, oh no. You know, I'm a little ballsy when it comes to drones. I like to I like to go for it a little bit, and I'm gonna tell myself now, stop doing that. Be cautious, because I don't want to crash it again and have to pay for it again. I don't know what this guy's selling. But, you know, I mean, I fly underneath bridges. I fly over bridges. Fly through bridges. I fly a little too close sometimes, and sometimes you can't do that. So, what are you going to do? You know? Anyway, I'm going to have to get to this, take care of this. Try to wake this guy up or let him know I'm here. And bring the drone home. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody's comments and joining in. To those who don't join in, it's okay. You can join in. It's not a life or death thing. I can't bang on the door. It's a fence, kind of like a fence. Let me see here. Hang on. I might be able to, but I've been ringing the doorbell. Maybe his doorbell doesn't work. I don't know. I gotta see here. I gotta try to knock on it. Ah! What's on that? Cop. Alright, so he's here. He's here. He's here. This is his place too. Hey man, this guy's got it going on. Really, he's good at what he does, and he's reasonable, and he's very good at what he does. Nonna. Sorry. Oh. He was up until 1 or 2 o'clock last night. This is it, huh? Oh wow. That's it. ซ่อมได้อะไม่ใช่ charge อะไม่ใช่อ่ะอ๋อ So I have 2 batteries now. Oh. So one of the cells has a problem with it in the battery, butมันคล่องมาก So all these drones in here. How do I know, man? How do I know? I'm not gonna ask him.
Okay, man.
Message.
I don't remember, honestly. Oh. But it's been years. Been years now. Oh, that's the gimbal. I'll put the information in the description when I'm done. It's a Mavic Mini 2.
นี้เป็น
อ่าฮะ
มอเตอร์
Ah,
บอดี้เป็นใหม่หมดแล้ว
body ก็คงไม่
ข้างในเป็นเบล
ตอนนี้ก็มี main board
แล้วก็ซ่อมแบตเตอรี่
Ah. Fly with caution. Oh, that's for the camera. Hey, Bob. Hey, Jack. The Eagle has landed. So Jack is in Bangkok. There we go. It's now working again. I don't know. I think it's just drone. But some drone saw somebody he does gimbals and stuff like that. Drones, gimbals, that sort of thing.
เลนเปลี่ยนเลนเชนเลนอินสตา
ข้างในเป็น connect
เลน
yeah. Well, the whole body pretty much was destroyed. It was called cracked. No, you have to have a license. You can fly it without a license, but you don't want to get caught. The whole body was damaged. This part right here, and then this part right here, and then one of these had a crack. So those were all replaced. The inside was part of it was missing, and then the gimbal was there was a problem with the gimbal. It wasn't connecting because one of the pieces was off, and it was hanging by a hinge and all this other stuff. So I know how much all the case and everything cost. And I looked on eBay, and you're talking a couple $100. I mean, for all the pieces that I needed. So I'm okay. Okay. That's it, Bob. นี่อะไรนะ
ก็ไปเลย
Oh. I think I have the insurance paperwork in there too. บางทีก็มีประกันอันนี้ก็ประกันไหม
ไม่มีดี
ไม่มีเหรอ I thought I put the insurance in there, but maybe not.
ประกันเนี่ยมันมี
5,
อันนี้เราบินคนประกันไม่ได้
6. No. แต่มีเมื่อก่อนผมไปแล้วก็สู่ก็มี license ก็มีประกันก็มี
ไม่มีหรอก
ไม่ใช่สำหรับถ้าจะชน ถ้าจะบางทีก็ทีโคน
อ๋อ
ถ้าอันนี้เขาจะให้เงิน
อ๋อ
แต่ผมคิดถ้าคุณรู้ในประเทศไทยต้องถ้าจะบินโดรน
อ๋อต้องขออนุญาต
ขออนุญาต right
นั่นแหละต้องขออนุญาตโอเคอันนี้ทั้งหมด
โอเคครับคุณมาครับโอเค thank you
เรียบร้อย
แล้วก็ไม่รู้บางที2 อาทิตย์ 3 อาทิตย์จะกลับมาก็บางทีก็ซ้อมPhantom C เป็น controller เหมือนเดิมแต่ผมไม่รู้เป็น โอเคไหมโอเคแต่ก็มีทุกอย่างก็มีลายแบตเตอรี่ก็มีหลายอย่างก็มีอะไรนะ propeller ก็มีเยอะก็มีทุกอย่างก็เขาให้เงินคนจะให้ผมอ่ะ ให้ฟรี แล้วก็มีเยอะ อันนี้ด้วย
ก็ไปส่งมาก็ได้ครับ
โอเค
ส่งมาก็ได้
โอเคคุณยูใช่ไหม
อยู่ตลอด
ยูตลอด
อยู่ตลอด
He's here all the time
โอเค
all right okay thank you okay เจอกันไหม
สวัสดีครับ
okay ฝนตก alrighty yes I crashed it that's the problem no Bob it didn't cost more than that the initial cost for me but I mean you know what are you gonna do you want it fixed you gotta pay for it but I think that drone is 20,000 25,000 new I forget how much it is I don't know I was looking the other day on Facebook because I thought if I fix my Phantom 4 and I sell it maybe get 10,000-15,000 for it yeah okay so I wanted to get it fixed and I thought well maybe I'll get lucky and it'll be 5,000 but I knew that the shell alone was like 6,000 baht so I wasn't counting on it to be I figured when he said 8,000 I thought well that's all right let's see which way do I gotta go it's this way I thought it could have been a little bit more, could have been a little bit less. I thought, whatever, So that one's fixed, and now I have the Phantom 4, and maybe I can. Getting through here is a pain in the ass. Yeah, so that's good. That's what I mean. I'm not complaining. It's fixed now. I need to get a couple of other things. And then I'm in business and I can concentrate on making videos again. Oh, the first fix I had of the Phantom 4, it was only because I didn't crash it. It was because I didn't use it for, like 6 months. And so the controller went dead. And so what happened was he just heated up an element inside of the controller with a hair dryer. That's all he did. And he had to move this little chip around. And that was it. That was the fix. 1,500 baht, man. It took him an hour and a half or so. And he flew it and tested it and all that other stuff. Well, this camera shoots 4K. It's not called the 4K, but it shoots 4K. So that's fine with me. Let me think which way I gotta go. I think this way. So I'm happy about that. I got it all fixed. Everything's good. Hunky-dory. now I need the GoPro 12.
ได้ก่อนไหมคะ
That's the other thing I want. I need to get the GoPro 12. Then I have my cameras, my phone, my GoPro, and the drone. And if I get the other drone, maybe I sell it, I don't know. So I have enough to just concentrate on doing what I want to do. All right, I want to get in out of the rain. We'll go in here, and then I'm gonna have to get a motorbike. Get a motorbike and do it that way. Wave. All right, let me see here. Chicken, burger, wrap. Want to get something here, I guess. Oh, yeah. So, feels good. Feels good to get the drone back. Now I have to think about where am I going to fly it. I have to think where am I going to fly it because I don't want to fly it just in my neighborhood. I have to fly it somewhere cool. You know, over a train or something like that. Well, the GoPro sucks. My phone works fine. I can use my phone. I have a Fuji camera that works fine. It shoots 4K, so I'm not really worried about it. Anyway, so we're in Texas Chicken right now. I got my drone. Thank you very much. My junk. I just had to get out of the rain, man. It's just, you know, you're walking around out there, there's nowhere to go. It's just getting wet. Even with oh shit, I left my umbrella there. Should I walk back and go get it? I can. Anyway. Oh, listen, I've flown, you know, when I first got the thing, you know, I was flying 150 feet up in the air. You're only supposed to fly like 90 or 100. And, you know, but then I got my license, I got everything, and it just expired a couple of months ago. So I need to go and get it done again. I don't remember exactly where. I have one piece of paper that has the phone number for the insurance, and I need to make sure I get everything done. Bob told me where to go the last time, and I don't know that I would have to go there again because that place is rather far. But it wasn't that expensive, and it was a good place. They were selling DJI stuff. So anyway, that's what's going on. Thank you for smashing the like button ahead of time. I appreciate it. I don't know what's going on next. You know, I'm going to use my drone for something. No. You can't just insure it online. You got to go in. You got to give them a photo of your serial number, and you have to do all kinds of stuff. You know, they take a photo of the controller, they take a photo of the drone. It's no big deal. It's like 2,000 baht or something, if I remember correctly, about 2,000 baht. But anyway, you know, I mean,
You got to do what you got to do. I don't want to be streaming somewhere and flying the drone, and then somebody goes, "You got a license for that thing?" And they don't usually do that, but once in a while, they can do it. They don't. DJI doesn't do the insurance here. It's J-Mart. J-Mart does the insurance here. Hello there, Mr. Dowlow. Hello, Dowlow. What's happening? So this is my mission today. This has been my mission. That's the whole reason I'm out in this area. I wouldn't just bring you guys out here, but I did have a coffee, and it was a unique coffee, an egg coffee, a Vietnamese coffee, which I didn't expect, and I don't remember the name of it, but it's like ampersand, no, is it? Yeah, hashtag coffee. I think that's the name of the place. But if I come back here with the drone, maybe I'll stop there again and get another coffee. But that's why I'm here. The next stream, whenever that is, I will talk about getting your girl back to the U.S. if you can. Some guys will never get their girls back to the U.S. Some guys, and some girls will never get there. They're just not going to get there. Tell Billy the eagle has landed. Okay, carnivore. I will talk to you after the stream ends. I take it you're all checked in and everything. Maybe we can have breakfast tomorrow or something. I don't know. Whatever you want. Up to you. Up to you. Up to you. Billy's not going to be here until the 7th of June. So I think you guys are going to miss each other, which is too bad. And actually, I like this girl here because she's not giving me any shit because I haven't bought anything. I haven't bought anything yet. And she's not giving me a hard time, which is good. Because some places they will, be like, what are you doing here? There's nobody in this place. It's empty. Yeah, supposedly he'll be here on I think the 7th. And that's the thing. I may get a GoPro and have it sent to him. I don't know. I don't know yet. Okay, Andy, take it easy. But yeah, whatever. It doesn't really matter, man. All that matters. Listen, I got a drone. That's good. That adds another tool. Have the phone. And a GoPro or whatever I choose. That'll just be another tool. And I have my camera. That's another tool. Maybe I can go out and maybe I can do something that I'm proud of. instead of just schlocking stuff together. We're supposed to go to Japan. Maybe Billy will go. Towards the end of this year. But I don't know. We never know, man. I think we're supposed to, because Alex wants to go, and then I'm like, well, if you're gonna go, maybe I should go. And he's like, really, you want to go? I go, yeah, I want to go. And then my wife goes, I want to go too. But we don't think that Nicholas can go because he's got school, and he has to take care of the cats. So that's the way it goes. We go to Japan, you don't. Anyway, I gotta take a motorbike back to the St. Louis SkyTrain. Where are you, Carnivore? If you're still here, where are you? Bow Bay or something like that? Bow Bay Tower. Then I have to get on the Sukhumvit line. From the Sukhumvit line, I gotta go to the MRT, and the MRT, I gotta go from, oh, you're in a taxi. From the MRT, well, the MRT I can go to the boat, which is probably what I'll do. How dare you, Dowlow? Did you see the part where I got the drone? I picked up my drone, that's a good thing. Although if I crash it the first time, it's kind of like, hey, I gotta go home right now. I forgot the wife and kid are at home. The wife actually asked me today, what time are you gonna be home? You missed that too. How dare you? Unbelievable. It happens. It happens. Anyway, we've got a low number of people watching, a low number of people commenting. So it's a low-level stream right now. So, time to get out of here. I'm still wet. Try to get out of here. Time to get out of here. Time to go to the SkyTrain. So, thank you very much. Hopefully, before the end of the year, the streams will come to an end. I won't be streaming as much or at all. And I'll just be putting videos up every once in a while. We'll see. But that's all I have. I am Scott. I am an American in Bangkok, in St. Louis. Thank you. And consider this a fine for missing the stream. Well, you know what? Thank you very much, Dallo. You all right? How do I? There we go. You got a thumbs up. Very good. Appreciate it. And Chok Di Leo Joken Minutes, good luck and see you later. I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. St. Louis. St. Louis. Louis. Right off the SkyTrain. Let's see how many you have now. You have 3. You only need another 7. I don't know if you're going to hit that in about 2 minutes, but if you do, great. If you don't, great too. Anyway, I only see 3, so like I said, thanks a lot. Thanks everybody for joining in, and I'll just see you guys the next time. I'm going to take a stream off in the near future. I don't know when. The next stream, the stream after that, I'm not sure. But I am going to take a stream or 2 off. I just need to. So, anyway, I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Ciao.